Hello everyone! So I'm finally out of the hotel room. I know you guys are sick and tired of seeing me in the same hotel room for the past 9 videos, but I'm finally out. And I thought today I would address something that I've noticed as a pattern when you're just so tired of saying be positive. I'm sure there are many videos out there, even some of my videos, it's to look on the bright side, to be positive about things, to motivate yourself based on what you have in life. But what if you reach that point where you just can't be positive anymore? It's exhausting. It makes you feel like as though your feelings are not validated, and that can become toxic. So when you're forcing positivity on someone who has hit rock bottom, who just can't be positive anymore, you're basically pushing them into despair, and you're not validating their struggle, and in fact you're alienating them from their struggle. That can be detrimental because it's important to acknowledge your saturation point, where you're done, where you've hit that point where you just cannot look at the bright side anymore. And the sooner you address that, the better you can handle the situation. So why do people say be positive in the first place? Well, that is one of the coping mechanisms when someone goes through a tough time. Being positive is a coping mechanism, and that is not the only coping mechanism. Hell, even you as a person might need different mechanisms for different situations. So you can't fit this one mechanism to solve all of your problems. So what do we do now? Imagine a sky full of dark clouds, and usually the sun will shine through onto Earth. Right now, we're waiting for the light. We're waiting for that positivity, that silver lining that could eradicate all of the darkness. But what if the light never comes? Well, this is where you have to have faith that the light will come. But what do you do right now when you're up against the dark clouds? So this is where we focus on the dark clouds. We combat the dark clouds, and we shine through those dark clouds. Which is why it is so important to acknowledge these dark thoughts that you're having, these negative thoughts. Often when we go through something difficult, especially when we hit rock bottom, we tend to not acknowledge these thoughts. We tell ourselves how we should be feeling, but we never acknowledge what we are actually feeling. That's difficult because you already feel these negative feelings, and now you're not validating those feelings, which is just going to make you feel even worse. So first of all, I write down all the things that are bothering me. What I do is I categorize them. Things that I can control, things I can't control. Or it doesn't even have to be that. Just writing down all of your thoughts, all the things that are bothering you. Because once you can visualize them, your brain can comprehend what's actually going on. Because when you have all these different things going on, there's chaos. And your brain doesn't function well in chaos. It's hard to compartmentalize, to sort things out in your head itself, which is why when you write it down, you can categorize them. And another thing that our brain does, it tends to exaggerate some of the things in our head itself, which is why sometimes when someone's going through something, the tiniest thing can tick them off. It's usually like a build-up of other things somehow has ticked them off. Our brain is very good at exaggerating things. So when you write it down, you're like, oh, is that it? And once you write it down, once it's all out there, now it's about you finding ways. This is a bit of problem solving. For this particular problem, what can I do now? Another thing that you can do is to establish a good routine. When you actually perform that act every day, it gives your body some sort of joy, some sort of accomplishment. The beauty of this is that when it's a routine, you don't really have to put in a lot of thinking for you to do it. For example, like exercising every day. If you build up a routine of exercising at the same time every day, that can actually help to boost your endorphins and your happy hormones, and that could give you some sort of joy. This is just more of like a preparation in case one day you just feel crap and you need something to pick you up again. You already have this routine established, and that could actually bring you some joy. One other thing that I actually tell myself when I'm like, where the hell is the light at the end of the tunnel? This too shall pass. Because we've all had ups and downs. Some downs seem to last forever, but they're temporary. They won't last forever. We just have to garner the strength and we get through it, and we will see the light at the end of the tunnel. Positivity exhaustion is normal and it happens. And telling yourself to be positive isn't going to help that situation at all. You need to know what works for you. You need to know what works for your particular situation, which is why it's so important to know yourself. When you're aware of how you react to certain situations and what could potentially help you, you can deal with the situation much better than if you go in blind. Every situation demands a new strategy, and for that you need to acknowledge your feelings first. You need to find a management plan that would be best suited for your situation. So when you've hit that point of positivity exhaustion and you're looking for positivity, you don't wait for the ray of light, you create your own ray of light. I know the situation with COVID is still intense, and I hope you guys are doing well. Reach out if you ever need any help. I'll try to help you guys to the best of my ability. I'll see you guys again in another video, and I hope you have a great day.